I invested $5 every day for 1 year. Let's see what happened after. $5. It seems like nothing, right? It's the price of a cup of coffee, a snack, or a quick meal on the go. But what if I told you that this $5, something you probably spend without even thinking about it, could be the key to unlocking something much bigger, something life-changing? For an entire year, I took $5, the same amount I used to spend on coffee every day, and invested it. That's right, $5 every single day. What happened next might surprise you. Could something as small as $5 a day really change my financial future? Could it change yours? The idea seemed so simple, almost too simple. But I wanted to find out. I made a commitment to invest just $5 a day. Some days I wondered if it was even worth it. But today, after 1 year of consistently investing, I'm ready to show you the results. What did that small daily habit add up to? Did it actually make a difference? Now, if you've ever thought to yourself, I don't have enough money to start investing, or I'll start when I have more savings, this video is for you. I used to think the same way. I used to believe that investing was only for people who had thousands of dollars sitting in the bank, or for financial experts who knew the stock market inside out. But here's the thing. I didn't start with a big lump sum of money. I didn't have a secret formula or insider knowledge. I started with what I had, $5. That's it. Every day without fail, I invested that same amount. I wasn't worried about what the market was doing. I wasn't chasing big gains. I just stayed consistent. But let me be real with you. There were days when I saw my investments drop. There were moments where I thought, maybe I should just stop. Maybe this isn't worth it. But I stayed the course because I wanted to prove that building wealth doesn't have to be complicated or expensive. And today, I'm going to share the results of that journey with you. So, what does $5 a day actually look like after 1 year? Did it add up to anything significant? Or was it just another drop in the bucket? Could this small, seemingly insignificant habit actually be the start of something much bigger? You're about to find out. Now, imagine this. What if you started today? What if you decided to take something as small as $5 and instead of spending it on something fleeting, you invested it in your future? Think about it. In 1 year, in 5 years, in 10 years, how much could that small decision grow? The beauty of investing is in the power of consistency, the power of time. By the end of this video, you'll see exactly what happened to my $5 a day investments. Was it a success? Did it grow as much as I hoped? Or was it just another financial experiment with minimal results? I'll give you a spoiler. This journey wasn't always easy, but it was worth it. One year ago, I made a decision that would change how I thought about money and investing. I decided to start investing $5 every single day into the stock market using Robinhood's automatic investment program. Now, if you've ever followed any personal finance gurus or financial experts, you've probably heard the classic advice. Stop spending so much money on things like coffee and instead use that money for investing. We all know that something as simple as a daily Starbucks habit can add up to quite a bit of money over time. I had a problem. I loved drinking Starbucks every day. $5 a day might not seem like much, but when you add it up over the course of a year, it turns into quite a large sum of money. So, at the start of 2022, I decided to divorce my cup of coffee. Instead of spending $5 on Starbucks every single day, I decided to take that same $5 and put it into the stock market. But then I thought, why stop there? Why not make this experiment a little more interesting? Instead of just investing in the stock market, why not also invest another $5 every day into the cryptocurrency market? $5 in stocks and $5 in crypto every day. 2 investments side by side. Which one would perform better over time? Which one would give me more money in the long run? I was excited to find out. However, when you first get started with investing, it can be incredibly overwhelming. Where do you even begin? What should you invest in? And with the rising costs of pretty much everything, how do you even find the extra money to invest in the first place? That's why I thought, instead of spending money on things like coffee or maybe skipping an extra meal out every week, investing that money might be a smarter move. I know that when I first started, investing seemed really complicated. But today, in this video, I'm going to share what I've learned over the past year. I'll also give you some tips and tricks that you can use to start investing right now. Yes, even this year. When it comes to stocks, I decided to invest in an ETF, specifically one that covers the entire stock market. I went with the S&P 500 ETF, which includes the top 500 companies in America, weighted by market capitalization. The one I chose was VOO, which is Vanguard's S&P 500 ETF. The beauty of an ETF like this is that it takes your money and spreads it across a wide variety of companies. Instead of putting all your money into one stock, you get exposure to the entire S&P 500. It's a much safer way to invest. I started on January 2nd, 2022, because that was the first actual trading day of the year. Every single day that the stock market was open, which typically is 5 days a week, excluding holidays, I automatically invested $5. To make up for the weekends when the stock market is closed, I invested an extra $10 every Monday. This allowed me to invest $5 every day, even for the days when the market wasn't open. Now, let me share with you my results so far, and there's something really interesting about the concept of investing just $5 a day that you should know about. As of now, I've accumulated 5.1 shares of VUO. That means my total market value is $1,844. Not bad, right? I started to think back to my daily Starbucks habit. I was spending about $5 a day on coffee, sometimes more. When I realized how much I was spending over the course of a year, it hit me. I was wasting over $1,000 a year on coffee. Now, instead of wasting that money, I've saved it. If I wanted to, I could cash out my investments right now and use that money for something else. But just imagine if I keep investing. What will that look like in 5, 10, 15, or even 20 years? In fact, later in this video, I'm going to show you exactly what that could look like. But if you're looking for a quick and easy way to save up around $1,800 or more, just start by putting away $5 a day. Look at this. Today's return shows that I'm up $23, but overall, since I started, I'm actually down $63, or 3.3%. Now, for some people, this might cause a bit of anxiety. Losing money can be scary. You might be tempted to sell because you're in the red, but that's not the goal here. The goal is to have a long-term mindset. I don't care about the short-term fluctuations. It's just $5 a day, and I'm treating it as though the money is already gone, just like when you buy a cup of coffee. You spend the money, drink the coffee, and move on with your life. So, I'm going to keep investing and not worry about it. In the years to come, I want to look back and see how much this small daily investment has grown. What's really interesting about this is the concept of dollar cost averaging, or DCA. Let's take a look at the price of VOO over the past year. If we go back to January 2022, the price for one share of Vanguard's S&P 500 ETF was around $433 per share. Now, I could have put all my money into the market at once. I could have invested $1,900 up front and bought as many shares as I could at that price. But think about what would have happened. I would have bought around 4.38 shares, and my money would have dropped in value because of the market's performance over the past year. However, because I used dollar cost averaging and invested $5 every single day, I was able to buy shares at various prices as the market went up and down. As a result, I didn't end up with just 4.38 shares. I now have 5.1 shares. That's the power of dollar cost averaging. By investing consistently, you take advantage of market fluctuations, buying more when prices are low and less when prices are high. Now that we've looked at my stock investments, let's talk about crypto. Specifically, let's talk about Ethereum. Ethereum has been on quite the ride over the past year. Just look at this chart. It's been all over the place. But here's the thing. Despite the volatility, I was able to accumulate one full Ethereum over the course of the year. I'm pretty excited about that because, honestly, I never thought I'd be able to own a full Ethereum. But by investing $5 a day, I did it. I currently own 1.059564 Ethereum, worth about $1,417. However, I'm down about $369, or roughly 20%. Ouch, right? Crypto had a tough year, and Ethereum started 2022 at around $3,000 per coin. It even peaked at $3,500 in April. If I had invested all my money at that peak, I wouldn't even have one full Ethereum right now. But because I used dollar cost averaging, I was able to buy Ethereum at lower prices as it dropped, sometimes as low as $993 per coin. My average cost ended up being $1,687, which means I was able to buy Ethereum consistently as the price fluctuated. So, what's the plan moving forward? Well, I'm going to continue this strategy. I'm going to keep investing $5 a day into both stocks and crypto. In fact, I plan to keep this up for the next several years, if not longer. Why? Because it's such an easy and stress-free way to invest. It's not overwhelming. I don't have to worry about investing hundreds or thousands of dollars at once. I can just set it and forget it, and over time, I'll be able to see how much my small daily investments have grown. If you're someone who's just starting out, or if you have debt, or if you feel like investing is too stressful, this might be a good strategy for you. It's simple, it's manageable, and it's a way to get into the habit of investing without feeling overwhelmed. Of course, this isn't financial advice. I don't know your personal financial situation, so you should always do your own research before making any investment decisions. Now, let me show you something that makes this process even easier. In Robinhood, I have about $130 in buying power, which means that's money I've transferred from my bank account into Robinhood. When I invest $5 a day, it automatically pulls from this buying power. That way, I don't have to see $5 transactions coming out of my bank account every day. Instead, I transfer a lump sum at the beginning of the month, and Robinhood deducts from that amount. Setting up recurring investments in Robinhood is super simple. All you have to do is click on the little person icon at the bottom of the app, go to your portfolio, tap the hamburger menu in the top left corner, and select Investing. From there, scroll down to Recurring Investments, and you'll see your active investments. If you don't have any set up, you can create a new one by selecting the asset you want to invest in, choosing the amount, and deciding how often you want to invest. You can get started with, let's say I want to invest in, let's say VTI, which is the total stock market index. It's going for 196.77 a share. I don't really care about that because I'm only going to do $5 a day. I'm going to hit Add to Basket and then hit Continue right here at the bottom. Then you get your choice. Do you want to do every market day like I'm doing? Do you want to do every week, every 2 weeks, or every month? It's totally your call how you want to do that. But if you're going to follow what I'm doing here in this video, every market day is what you click on. You hit Continue, and then here's where you put in $5 a day. You could even do $1 a day if you're like, $5 a day is a little bit too much for me right now. It's okay, do $1 a day and just stay consistent with it. Hit Continue, and then this is where you want to say, I want the brokerage buy-in power. If you don't want it, literally sending you a bill on your checking account every single day, to me, that would drive me nuts. So this is why I transfer money into the app you hit continue. That's your backup in case you forget to transfer your money. And then, oh my gosh, now it's going to have to charge your checking account. And then you hit continue. Now, because you're still watching, I've got a little bonus for you. Let's dive into the Portfolio Visualizer, a powerful tool that allows you to project the future value of your investments. I'll pull it up on the screen right now to show you what $5 a day can do over time. Unfortunately, Portfolio Visualizer doesn't allow me to input a daily investment directly, so I'll select $155 per month, which is roughly equivalent to $5 a day. I'll also start with an initial investment of just $5. We're going to run this simulation from 2018 to 2023 using VOO, the S&P 500 ETF and Ethereum, just like in my experiment. Now, let's analyse the portfolios. Over the course of 5 years, the balance for VOO grows to $11,987, while the balance for Ethereum jumps to $33,283. Of course, past performance isn't an indicator of future results, but it's a great way to see how small, consistent investments can grow over time. This tool is free to use. You can backtest your own investments and get a sense of what could have happened if you had started a few years ago. It's a great way to set up a plan for the future and stay motivated to keep investing, even when the markets are volatile. Now that you've seen the power of investing small amounts regularly, let's talk about what all of this means for your future. The most important takeaway is that you don't have to be rich to start investing. You don't need thousands of dollars up front. In fact, starting with as little as $5 a day can make a massive difference over time. When it comes to investing, the key is consistency. If you're just getting started, I encourage you to think about what small expenses you can cut back on, whether it's coffee, snacks, or other small luxuries, and consider redirecting that money into an investment account. By making this small change, you're setting yourself up for long-term financial growth. Of course, you need to do what works best for you and your financial situation. Not everyone will want to invest in the same things. The important thing is to find investments that align with your financial goals and risk tolerance. Whether it's ETFs like VOO, individual stocks, or cryptocurrencies like Ethereum, do your research and invest in what makes sense for you. And remember, investing isn't a sprint, it's a marathon. You're not going to become a millionaire overnight, and that's okay. The goal is to build wealth steadily over time, and the earlier you start, the better off you'll be. That's the beauty of investing consistently over a long period of time. So, to wrap things up, here's what I hope you take away from this video. Stop wasting money on things that don't serve your long-term goals and start investing in your future. Whether it's $5 a day or a larger amount, the important thing is to get started. Small investments made consistently over time can grow into something substantial, and they can help you achieve financial freedom in the long run. Thanks for sticking with me through this journey. I hope this video inspired you to start your own investing journey. If you haven't already, be sure to check out the links in the description for more resources. And if you're new to Robinhood, there's a sign-up bonus waiting for you. Stay tuned for the next video where we'll dive deeper into more advanced investing strategies. See you next time.